This is a class that I have gotten to watch closely. Daily, I saw you packing up your things in front of Mrs. Jones's class or walking together with Mrs. Mesner. I visited you at the Wax Museum and at the Simple Machines Fair. I watched and intently listened year after year as your teachers said the most wonderful things about you. When the first day of school came, I was a little less nervous than previous years, knowing more about this group of students than any group prior. I'll be honest, I had really high expectations. But you exceeded them all. Some of the things that I'll remember most about this class is their willingness to help a peer in need and how well they worked together. Early in the year, you were tasked with lining yourself up by height. The catch? I wouldn't let you say a word. What happened next was most impressive and something that I had never seen done before. You unanimously elected a leader. You quickly appointed one person in the class to walk up and down the line and help those who didn't know where to stand. For the first time, I had seen a line that was silent and waiting to be checked for accuracy. I'll remind you that your order wasn't perfect, but you still rejoiced together in your efforts and you pointed no fingers of fault. I'll always remember getting some bad news one day at recess and being too teary-eyed and embarrassed to come back into the classroom. One of you spotted me in the hallway and eagerly waved me inside. You didn't care what had happened, no explanation was needed, but without words shared or any direction, most of you got out of your seat for this giant class hug. We finished history a little early that day and finished the afternoon reading Wonder. You touched my heart more when the reading was cut short to discuss how you would treat Augie if he were a new student at school. I'll remember how you welcomed new students, stood up for those who were treated unfairly, and invited people to play with you at recess who courageously shared that they were in need of a friend. I will remember how you sacrificed a few minutes of recess to help students get caught up with spelling tests and sacrificed some snack time to help me pass out papers. I will never hear the words, "I forgot," and not giggle a little. People recognize this class. At First Responders Day, you shouted a thank you to each of the groups we visited. Afterwards, the first responders shared how respectful that they thought this gesture was. One of you even helped a little boy into the SWAT truck without being asked. His mom was thrilled. There were times when you had to walk yourself to your specials and were praised by teachers and TAs afterwards. Substitute teachers always shared how well behaved and you were respectful during their class time. You never had to be reminded of appropriate behavior in the PAC in the morning. Okay, there was that one time, but never after that. All of these things amounted to you earning more pom-pom parties than any class before you. Now, I won't stop watching you or recognizing you now that our year is over. I'll get to watch you walk by my classroom on your way to 4th grade. I'll watch you take the stage for young Aristotle. I'll probably watch you at a few school dances, class trips, and plays. I hope I'll get to watch some of you teach my future 3rd graders about the skeleton or cow eyeballs. This isn't a goodbye, more of a see you later. Even though our year was cut short, you made this the most memorable and enjoyable year yet for me. Thank you. Next, I have some awards to give. I was allowed to give 3 awards to students this year, 2 for academic excellence and 1 for excellence in character. The first award I would like to give is to a student who demonstrated academic excellence as a 3rd grader. Congratulations, Lucas DeVries. Even though it's your first year at Ridgeview, you have risen to a caliber of excellence that has been most impressive to watch. You give assignments the tediousness they deserve and are always asking how to make things better. I have never seen Lucas take the easy way out or rewrite a paragraph without making any changes. I have appreciated your bravery when asking clarifying questions and while sharing your own thoughts and ideas in front of the class. Thank you for all of your hard work this year. I am so proud to honor you with this award. The next award I would like to give is to a young lady who also shows excellence in her academics. Congratulations, Alessa Jensen. Alessa has always succeeded quietly and humbly. She enjoys the opportunity to pour details into written responses and other writing assignments. If I had allowed her a paragraph on open-ended sections of a test, I don't know if she would have had enough space still. Whenever a question is asked, I can always count on seeing Alessa's hand waving in the air, eager to share. Your hard work did not go unnoticed this year, Alessa, and I'm so pleased to honor you with this award. Lastly, I am proud to award one of you with a character award. At the beginning of the year, your classmates quickly appointed you as a leader. Earlier, I told the story about lining up by height. Students pointed to Mr. Matt Morgan when they needed someone to take charge. Another example of Matt's character is after he witnessed one of his classmates being treated unfairly after being asked to lead warm-ups in Taekwondo class. He couldn't bear it and asked if he could remind the class how hard it is to be a leader and asked them to be a little bit more compassionate and forgiving. You could always count on Matt to answer any question off the study guide the day after receiving it, or to notify me when a spelling word was displayed somewhere around the classroom during our spelling tests. Thank you for always doing what is right and for being a good example of character. Congratulations, Matt Morgan.